Well, what is happening, guys? Welcome back to another video here at Wicked Garage. You can see in front of me we have the grain body build, and we have to do some wiring. So I figured I'll take this opportunity to show you how I build the harness for these lights. And essentially it's straightforward, but if you don't know, then you'll have a better grasp on how to do your own harness down the line. Before we get into the video, make sure you like this video, comment, share, and obviously subscribe if you like the video. So let's get into it. So essentially when you're wiring, depending on what you're doing, you're either going to use 2-wire, 3-wire, 4-wire, 5-wire. It all depends on what you're wiring together. This is a straightforward kind of wiring. So this is just basically marker lights. We're using 2-wire that has a shielding. So we're going to be jumping from there to here and then sort of just jumping over to each light. Pretty straightforward, easy to do, nothing too crazy. When that's all wired up, we're going to jump off of that, and then obviously this will go through here, and just like that side, have a little pigtail coming out the side of the bed, and then it'll go to a junction box. This is all of our wiring stuff. We got our little heat shrink, burner, matic, bunzo matic, whatever you want to call it. But this is the shrink wrap, the butt connectors and such. We got our crimpers, and obviously this has strippers on it too and all that stuff, but I don't really use that. I just use these for the crimpers, your snips, and then your wire strippers. This is the 2-wire. This is a 18 gauge 2-wire. So there's a red and a black, and it's shielded. So I use that, just a better way for it to pretty much protect it from wearing out against the bottom underneath if it's laying down on the surface and, you know, sort of vibrating around. But that'll just get cut to size on the other side. So I'm not gonna really show you too much of that. Maybe I'll show you the time lapse of what I did on this side. But essentially we're just gonna cut it to size, and then we're gonna use the pigtails that we got with that, snip these off. White is the ground. And if you notice on these, it's a red and a black. So we're gonna actually use the black for the ground, and the black is actually gonna go to the red. A little confusing if you're not sure about it, but doesn't really matter. I like to keep red as a positive, black as a negative. Nothing's the same no matter what you get. Some places have 2-wire with black and white, but essentially that's all gonna get wired up in sequence. We're gonna be using these Velvac heat shrink butt connectors. So we use these on the first, and then we'll use the remaining blues on the last 7 or 8. And then these will go on the junction box, so we can wire these to the studs that are in the junction box. And then we just got our grommets, and he dropped off some more lights because we were missing some, and some more pigtails and such. So these will all go on afterwards, but these are pretty cool because you can literally put them on either way. The pigtails in general, it doesn't really matter what the power source is, but there is always on these lights, top is always marked. So I try to keep everything, you know, in line and everything. We're gonna go over, cut the first few loops, and then we'll come back and we will start wiring up everything. See, we cut everything to size. I just taped everything together so that it's sort of where it needs to be. Now all we got to do is strip on the wires and then connect these, which we can connect the butt connectors to the harness itself. So that'll just go like that, and the same thing for every little segment, and then that way we can wire all the lights in sequence. All right, so you guys can see we got the red ones on this. This is our furthest light from the junction box, and then it sort of goes and, you know, splits together just like that, and it just jumps from one light to another, and it goes all the way down, and then this will go through the tube on the back side and go to the junction box. So always cut this a little bit longer so you have some, you know, line to work with. So we're gonna go over, we're gonna funnel that through and get all the lights lined up and ready to go. All right, so we have all of the lights put in, they're all connected. We have the wire that comes out of the back of the tube to just some DeWalt 20-volt battery, so we can sort of test how everything's going to be. So obviously the next part of doing the wiring on this bed would be to wire up the pigtails for the blinkers, markers, and reverse lights and such. Wire that up to here, and then wire these into the marker option on the junction box. And then when we get the railgate on, we can take the harness from there and wire that up. So if anything in the future happens, or they need to test if anything's bad in here or not, they can go in through here and sort of, you know, check that out. But pretty simple to do a harness like that. It's nothing too crazy. This is more of an easy harness to make. Obviously, because they're so spaced apart, I think they're roughly 19-20 inches, we can't do a normal kind of harness, so we just made our own harness. But that'll be that, and I hope you enjoyed this little video on how to make a harness, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. Peace out, guys.